What up, Lakers? Live stream as the Lakers get set to face the Denver Nuggets coming up at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Should be a fun one now. They're both jockeying for position in the West, currently, trying to grab a hold of that number 6 seed. So tonight's going to be a tall task for the Lakers. No Carmelo Anthony. He's still out with that back tightness. And we do have an update for AD, but we're going to wait for the chat to fill up just a little bit more. But how y'all feeling, man? Lakers coming off of 2 losses in a row. Wild card, Saturday, crazy day today, man. Raiders just got eliminated. If y'all didn't see that, but I'm doing a lot better. I'm doing a lot better, man. Health and sickness wise, thank the Lord. To be alive and kicking, man, after that crazy sickness I caught. How y'all feeling? I'm feeling the Lakers victory coming on tonight. Lakers have to start winning these games. All right, less than half of the season to go. All right, quite literally, 40 games left in the season. Every game counts. We're jockeying for position. We do have some good news. Anthony Davis looks to return pretty soon, potentially. Will be reevaluated this upcoming week, and we'll go from there. But rumor has it he might be back as soon as the end of this month, the end of January at some point. So let's see how that goes, man. We could really use our 7-footer, man, one of our only ones that they might use moving forward. Been hearing the trade rumors going crazy. They're talking about potentially moving Dwight Howard. I don't know why, but let's see what happens moving forward, guys. He said, how you feeling, my brother? And still think the Lakers are going to the playoffs. Watch Anthony Davis come back. Will be good. Oh, yeah. I have no doubt we're going to the playoffs. My only concern is how far will we get in the playoffs? Because everybody knows our goal is not to make the playoffs. Hey, what's up, Bridget? She said, hey, Dan, you sound so much better. Praise God. Lakers going to trade Dwight Howard because AD doesn't like him. You think so, Bridget? Thank you so much for all your guys' prayers, man, and everything. Definitely works. Let's pray for the rest of the people out there that haven't got healthy, man. But I'm not sure if it's a, like factor. I mean, they won a championship together. I'll say this. It doesn't seem like they want to use bigs. It seems like the only big they want to use is Anthony Davis. Although today we have a huge test with Jokić. I do not want to see LeBron guarding him for more than half the time, man. This guy will cook us alive if we don't throw a big man out there tonight. So let's see if we can use Dwight like we did the last time we were in the bubble and we were able to neutralize the great Joker. Hey, what's up, Laker girl? Thank you. Thank you so much. Do not worry. The Lakers will win the championship this year. Watching the Lakers get to the playoffs at my boy Anthony Davis is coming back. Now, we're far away from a championship contender right now. All we have to worry about is just taking care of business and beating the teams we're supposed to beat. Now, the Denver Nuggets are a team that's in a similar boat to ours, where they're struggling this season. They're achieving just like us. So it's going to be a really hard-fought game. And we all know what the Joker brings to the table. Who else is going to try to have a career night against us tonight? That's what we got to figure out. We got to stop that. Hey, what's up, Indo? He said, how you like the trade for Mo Bamba? How I like a trade for Mo Bamba depends who that piece is, man. I wouldn't mind adding any big. Willie Cauley-Stein just got cut from the Dallas Mavericks, so that's an interesting piece to look at as well. Bottom line is I'm open-minded as far as adding bigs, but it doesn't look like the Lakers will be pursuing any bigs, unfortunately, unless the name is Miles Turner. Now, remember, as of today, Taylor Horton-Tucker is now a tradable contract, so there's no more excuses to not make any trades. And I'm not saying I want THC traded, but I'm saying if that's what was holding us back, and there's no more excuses. And so if anything's going to happen, we may see it sooner rather than later. But who knows? Who knows if anything will happen? He said, we need AD with a suit on, no street clothes. He said, hey, my brother, I sent you a message on Instagram. You still haven't got back at me? I haven't seen your message, brother. I have not seen your message. He said, would love Willie Cauley-Stein. He said, what's good, Dan? Let's hope we get this dub, man. We need it. I'm telling you right now, the Denver Nuggets are no joke. Everybody knows about Joker, but they got plenty of good role players, man. They got guys like Aaron Gordon who can go off if you let them. They can crash the glass. They can do little things to really hinder our chances of winning tonight. And if we're going to go small, this is a team that's going to capitalize. They got plenty of size over there. They got plenty of veterans who know how to crash the glass and do the dirty work. Hey, what's up, Denver Nuggets, baby? He said, much love and respect, brother. Just want to say good luck to your Lakers, bro. I'm rooting for my Nuggets. I hope y'all don't go small because the Joker will eat. I agree, man. I was actually just discussing that, brother. Good luck to your team as well. Listen, we are both right now jockeying for position in the West, currently sixth in the West. So, at 21-21, the Lakers, we need every win we can get, man. Going small hasn't really worked for us versus certain teams, young athletic ones who outwork us, and versus teams obviously that have big pieces, to give us without work in the paint. But again, I don't mind going small as long as we mix it up. All right. But once Dwight Howard isn't playing, we're getting abused in the paint. That's when I start having a problem and start yelling at my TV. That's when it becomes a real problem, man. Alex, he said, if Bron starts at center, we're going to lose to Jokić. I don't know about starting, but if he tries to guard him for the majority of the game, you're right. It's going to be a very tough game, even though LeBron James does have very active, quick hands. He's somebody who can disrupt the post up from bigs. He did it versus Marvin Bagley last game. But still, you're right, because over the course of the game, Joker starts getting more and more comfortable. He has a feathery soft touch. He can shoot over you. He can go around you. He can go through you. All right, this is a very skilled big man, and we got to make sure we game plan for him. And that to me means using Dwight Howard or whatever size we can off the bench. Patchy Cole, appreciate you, bro. He said, glad you're feeling better, Dan. My godmom's funeral was today. She was a huge Laker fan. With that being said, we don't win a chip without a true big. No way we win a chip with a small ball game. Hey, man, R.I.P., brother. R.I.P., man, to a diehard Laker fan. Like you said, much love. I didn't know her personally, but I could already tell she was a great person just based on who she rooted for. My condolences, brother. And as far as you being glad I'm feeling better, thank you, man. God bless you, bro. I appreciate you. But sorry for your loss, brother. Sorry for your loss. Hopefully we get this win tonight for for your godmom's funeral, bro. You know what I'm saying? But as far as small ball, I agree. We need to utilize bigs. I want to see us trade for another big or add one via the buyout market, because otherwise, I agree with you. My hopes aren't very high if we remain with the current roster. All right, there needs to be some sort of upgrade. Now, if AD, I've been hearing rumors that AD has lost weight. Now, he looked like it. I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. Actually, like a week ago, I mentioned it on Twitter, and everybody agreed he looked slimmer when he was shooting around the other night. If he lost weight, this could vote well for the Lakers, because now he becomes more mobile again. He can catch lobs defensively. He can come over from the weak side, help defend, protect the rim. We need a 7-foot rim protector for sure, Patchy. So I do agree with you, man. God bless, man. God bless, brother. He said, hey, Dan, so glad you're better. Much love here from the Philippines. Shout out to the Philippines. Yes, sir. The diehard Lakers through ups and downs. God bless, brother. God bless you, too. Do I know if Nunn is back yet? Nunn is not back yet. Once we hear that update, I will let you guys know. He's supposedly nearing a return, but he had a setback with some sort of an illness. So hopefully he's okay, man. We're going to need to see what he's bringing to the table. As long as he's still on the roster, I would love to see what he brings. Now, I'm not sure if we're ever going to get to see him, though. If a trade goes through before, we may never get to see him make his debut, similar to Boogie Cousins and his injury and the way we never got to see him play. But hopefully we do get at least a glimpse of him before he gets shipped out, if he does. Darius Ford said, Dan, I'll be mad if Vogel doesn't use Dwight against the Joker. You know what? He definitely should use Dwight. He knows that's a recipe for success. I mean, we saw it in the bubble, right? And even though it's not the same athletic, explosive Dwight from a couple years back, he can still help with his big body, his strength. It's just a big body to guard a big body. You can't go small on elite big men like Joker, who know how to position themselves properly and go to work. So I agree with you, man. He said, I'm sick of no interior D. We need AD and another big to pick up. Absolutely, brother. No, trust me, I'm right there with you guys. I've been dumbfounded by the lack of usage of our big men this season, especially Dwight Howard. But hopefully we get Anthony Davis back soon. It's January 15th currently. Rumor has it he'll be back in about 2 weeks. So hopefully, when he gets reevaluated next week, there's no setbacks or nothing, and he's good. He said, any Niners fans in here? My condolences in advance. How about them Cowboys? Oh, man, we got a lot of Laker fans that are Niner fans. They're really cool, too, man. I love my Niners/Laker fans. My brother used to be a Niner fan before we got the Rams. But, hey, good luck tomorrow, guys. Good luck tomorrow. I didn't expect the Raiders to lose tonight. So I'm a little bit shocked, but it's the playoffs, man. Anything goes. So, I love football. I can't wait for my Rams on Monday. I cannot wait, guys. I'm very nervous, but excited at the same time. And let's see who makes it to that final 8. I'm looking forward to it. When does Lil Dang come off the payroll? This offseason, officially. This is the last year of us paying that thief that was Lil Dang, man. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's an extra $5 million off the cap. The Niners are very good. I mean, I can't even talk smack about the Niners. They beat us 5 times in a row now. So you got to give credit where credit is due, man. They did their thing. Debo is a beast. I look forward to watching that matchup, though, because the Cowboys are coming in hot as well. He said, hey, Dan, with AD potential return sometime during the road trip, who do you think should be taking over the starting lineup? Avery Bradley, Malik Monk, or Trevor Ariza? That is a great question, Chris. Let me see, Jabari. Who do you think should taking over the starting lineup? Oh, who should go to the bench, you mean? I would bench Trevor Ariza right off the top. Now, tonight is the final game that Stanley Johnson is a Laker unless we extend him. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but we'll figure it out. Malik Monk, whatever the case may be, Malik Monk deserves to keep starting. That's the one guy besides LeBron James that I think deserves to keep starting. Now, as far as when AD comes back, we have heard he's going to play some heavy minutes at the center. So they're going to mix it up between him and LeBron with the second unit, starting at center. I don't know why they're doing it like that. I would not play LeBron at center unless you got a team you can exploit. But that's all situational stuff for me. And this coaching staff they seem deadlocked on a certain set lineup. And when we get exploited, there's no adjustment. So, hey, Dan, what do you think about LA shipping out Bazemore, DJ, and Dwight? Can we really get anyone? You know what? That's a good question, brother. The trade rumors are about to spark up. All right, everybody on the team is tradable as of right now. So there's going to be no shortage of rumors. Now, as far as can we land anybody, I don't think that's a combination teams are looking for. They might be looking for one of those guys. We may need to use a second round pick to unload another one of those guys. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Stanley Johnson, because if we don't re-sign him, then that's another open roster spot for a free agent, potentially maybe like a Willie Cauley-Stein. I don't know, man. He said, Dan, I'm glad you're feeling better, homie. Question: are you vaccinated, and can we trade Russell Westbrook, bro? I am vaccinated, and can we trade Russell Westbrook? I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. I don't have any booster shots, so I'll keep it honest with you, man. He said Dwight is available. Dan, Mike Trudell said it. That's good news. That's good news tonight, because we're gonna need Dwight Howard tonight. Absolutely. Shipping off Dwight, are you okay? I'm good, brother. And as far as shipping off Dwight, that's not a rumor that I made up. That's Jeff Fisher reported that a couple of days ago, that the Lakers could be looking into going and committing full-time small ball. So that's not something I hope for. I mean, why would you trade? We were, yearning for a big man last season. Why would you trade the one you have this season, right? If anything, we need to trade for another one and secure up the front line, in my opinion. But again, this small ball crap, I don't know to what avail, to what end. We're gonna have to wait and see. I can't wait to see what happens when AD returns. Like, how will Malik Monk and LeBron James adjust to AD? We know Russell Westbrook is already mentally checked out. He doesn't even look like he wants to be here. All right, dude is walking through the moat. Pay close attention. If Russell Westbrook starts off aggressive today and he gets a couple of buckets, you're going to see a full engaged Russell Westbrook. However, he's been starting off really cold and he's been shooting piss poor. If that happens again, I fully expect him to mentally check out, and we're going to need somebody else to step up. All right. If this guy's not getting his stats, he's not happy. That's just the way he operates. He's always operated like that. And it's only more apparent now that the bright lights of Los Angeles are on him. So let's see what happens when AD returns as well, because Malik Monk has officially become our third best player besides LeBron James and AD. And in my opinion, Malik Monk. Let's hope that continues and he doesn't slide down a depth chart in order to sacrifice his minutes and numbers for Russell Westbrook or that type of player. Because we're gonna need Malik Monk to continue to be this offensive scoring threat that he has been the last month or so. Dan, can we bench Westbrook? Listen, I don't think the coaching staff has what it takes. They haven't showed me this all season long. They've had plenty of opportunities down the stretch, and nobody has stepped up to the plate and said, you know what? If Russell Westbrook continues to shoot 2 for 12, he's going to hit the pine. Nobody has done it. Instead, we keep hearing reports of how they're supporting him. You know, it's like, listen, he's not a little kid. He's a 33-year-old grown-ass man making millions of dollars to come over here and pout about not getting his numbers. I don't care what his numbers are as long as we win. All right, and let's hope that we're able to, to work our way around that. That's what we got to do. We got to work our way around that. Is Carmelo Anthony playing? No, Carmelo Anthony is out again today. So that's back-to-back games we are missing Carmelo Anthony. No Melo. But the good news is that Austin Reeves has been playing phenomenal, and that only means more minutes for Austin Reeves. And let's see what he can do with these minutes because he's moving up the depth chart. The coaching staff and his teammates love him. Hard workhorse, somebody who plays excellent defense and sacrifices his body time and time again, taking crazy charges, man, in order to help his team out. So we need more of that and less of Westbrook type mindset. He said, Vogel said when AD returns, he will play at the 4 and LeBron will be at the shooting guard with Russ at center. This coach needs to be fired. Listen, it's basically positionless basketball at this point. I just think they don't want to play a big man, like a legit big man. Besides AD is going to be our only guy. Hopefully he's able to be mobile off of that knee injury. He's coming fresh off of a knee injury. The last thing I would want is to play him heavy minutes at the 5. I would prefer to play Dwight there. But again, this hasn't been a traditional offense we're running this year because they're trying to cater to Russell Westbrook. Unfortunately, that's just been how it has been. You know, this league has changed tremendously. You know, when I grew up watching basketball, the coaches would never bend to the will of the players. Now it's all they seem to be doing, basically trying to figure out how these star players can get their points up and their production up, regardless of if it impacts the team or not. And that's the unfortunate part. You know, it's no longer about winning. It's about keeping these star players happy. And this is basically diva. We're in the diva era where this is why there's a lot of player fans over team fans, because these player fans just love, stats. That's what it's all about now. He said, I wish they never traded for Russ. I know, bro. I know, but we're over that now. Now let's see how we can progress with him in spite of him. You know, we kind of have to play around him, you know. And whenever he has a good game, it's going to help. But more times than not, he's been having bad games. So he said, Lakers, please win. Feel bad for my favorite player, LeBron, carrying the team at 37. Monk balling. None. Hope he's back soon. He has been carrying, man, big time. Thank God for Malik Monk, though, because if it wasn't for Malik Monk, we probably wouldn't have a single win. You know, between what LeBron and Malik Monk are doing and the absence of AD, they're the reasons we have like 3 or 4 wins. That's all we have since AD's been injured, like 3 or 4 wins. He said, Dan, how is Nunn doing? He should be back soon. Rumor has it he's getting better and better, but he had a minor setback with the cold. You know, everybody getting the flu and the cold. So hopefully he'll be back soon, man. Dan, I miss the NBA with 2 bigs, 2 real bigs. Me too. Me too, Chapin. Absolutely, man. And I think the NBA could still be productive like that. It's just unfortunately Steph Curry has ruined basketball in the sense that everybody wants to shoot threes and they want to have a bunch of little, midgets running around just shooting. And when it comes to the playoffs, you still need big man to be successful. I mean, look at last year. What happened last year, man? You know? What happened last year? Last year, the biggest team in the playoffs won. The team that had Giannis, Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, a team that was filled with bigs. What happened the year before that? It was the Lakers, another team that had bigs. AD, Dwight, JaVale, right? So if you look at the trend And who's winning the championship? Even though people prefer to have, a smaller teams or whatever, guess who's still winning the championship, right? The teams that are playing their big man. So that is still the recipe for success. All right. Starting five is Malik Monk, LeBron James. Ooh, Dwight Howard, surprisingly today. Avery Bradley and Russell Westbrook. So, okay, coach making an adjustment, knowing that he doesn't want LeBron to get cooked by Jokić in the paint, and we want to save LeBron's energy for the offensive end. So that's a good substitution. Let's hope that it's enough and Jokić isn't on his game, because if he is, regardless, man. Just look at how the Warriors got taken apart against the Bucks. The proof. There you go, Jose. Absolutely. And this is what I hate about this league is there's no originality. Everybody tries to copy the blueprint of the team that's currently hot. And that team was currently the Warriors, but they've been struggling as of late. So now what are they going to copy, right? Right? Hey, what's up? What's up, Tara? Good to see you, girl. But you're right. Bigs continue to be, to me, a way to get to the finals. All right, we need those bigs, even if you got plenty of guards and wings to mix it up, which we do. But those bigs are still at the forefront of necessity. Again, last couple championships have been teams with big men. All right, even though they got enough guards and stuff to mix it up. Then I think the Lakers should do zone defense, since defense isn't good. Or what should they do to improve? They need to play the right rotations. We got to get defenders, right? It's a start by clogging up the lane with a big man like Dwight tonight. That's a start. Avery Bradley's been phenomenal. Malik Monk has been great. I like this starting lineup. I wish they had the you-know-whats to bench Russell Westbrook for our boy Austin Reeves, who I think, because you don't really need a point guard when you got LeBron out there, to be honest with you. Russell Westbrook is just redundant on this roster. What I would do is I would start Austin Reeves, and then, with this current lineup, you have defense, you have a big man, you got LeBron, you got a scorer in Malik Monk, and then if you have Austin Reeves, that's extra defense and more floor spacing. So I would definitely start Austin Reeves over Russell Westbrook and have Russ play the LeBron role, playmaker, aggressor off the bench, though, as the first option off the bench. That's just me. But they don't dare do that because they don't want to hurt his poor little baby ego, right? Unfortunately. So that's the reason they're gonna keep rocking and rolling with this team. You see, yes, bench Westbrook, start James and Bradley at the point. Exactly. It's not that hard, especially if you're playing a big man like Dwight. And then when we get AD back, guess what? Guess what's gonna happen, right? We're gonna have our big man by default at all times on the floor. I would love it, though, if we play one at the 4 and one at the 5, but doesn't seem like that's going to happen. So I've given up hope as far as that goes. But trade rumors are about to just go crazy, man. And this year I'm going to do the trade deadline special just like I do every year. So I look forward to that. Hopefully the Lakers get involved and we don't just get bamboozled and, sit on the same current roster. Even if we don't land a trade, maybe we can land players off the buyout. Again, just mentioned that the Dallas Mavericks have cut Willie Cauley-Stein. That might be somebody to look at, even though he's kind of a head case. But he definitely has talent. If we have DeAndre Jordan, we could definitely give a shot to Willie Cauley-Stein. Just saying. You guys have anybody in mind for the trade rumors? Is it trade Westbrook for Fred VanVleet? That's not going to happen, guys. Fred VanVleet's been playing inspiring basketball, and Westbrook is not on the same timeline as the Toronto Raptors. I don't see that happening. Somebody had mentioned on Twitter earlier today of a trade for Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris for Kendrick Nunn, THT, and Russell Westbrook. Now, that's a trade that intrigues, even though that's a lot of caps. That's a lot of cap you're absorbing if you're a Laker. I'm not even sure the cap works, to be honest, but that's a lot of cap you're absorbing. That's, basically 2 max contracts to add to the 2 you already have on the roster. So I'm not even sure if that's possible, but it'll be interesting to see how Rob Pelinka tries to navigate this trade deadline. All right. Cam Reddish already got traded to the Knicks. I would have wished he was somebody we could have jumped on, but unfortunately, again, it's hard. I always realize how it's harder for the Lakers to pull off trades while these other teams, trade pennies to the dollar. And I like the Knicks. I'm not hating on them. Congratulations on your trade. But, man, they really didn't give up much. They gave up a protected first-round pick and Kevin Knox, who wasn't even seeing any playing time, for Cam Reddish, who I think is somebody who has star potential. The Knicks end up reuniting their Duke boys over there. And so I'm just saying the Lakers are going to have to be really smart because these teams don't want to help us out at all. They rather give away players to other teams than to get a fair trade from us. And that's what pisses me off about the league, right? It always feels like it's us against them. Jennifer says, "Hey, Dan, how you feeling?" I'm feeling much better. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm feeling so much better. Oh, my goodness. Like night and day. Some of the food still tastes weird to me, but it's all good. I'll take anyone for Westbrook. I'm so over him. He's too hard-headed, low IQ, bad hands. Rumor has it the Lakers already tried trading him. There's not a lot of interest, if any at all. If there was any interest, I think he would have been gone. Honestly, I think they would have traded him for pennies to the dollar. But yeah, we lost that trade this offseason because the players we traded and we gave up a first-round pick on top of that are all doing better on the Wizards. So we lost. We lost. Unfortunately. But you know what? We can bounce back, Laker Nation. There's definitely a trade to be had out there that I think the Lakers can make. And if it's not a trade, hopefully it's through the buyout again. Is there anybody you guys would like? My boy said, what do you think about Gary Trent Jr.? Very skilled scoring guy. But we have plenty of those, man. Don't you prefer a versatile wing like Jeremy Grant or a big man like Miles Turner, somebody who brings something different to the table? That's just my preference. Gary Trent Jr. is very good young player. But we might be getting similar production from a Kendrick Nunn if we, get him back soon and healthy. So there is that, right? And we can't overlook that. I mean, this is a 14-point per game scorer career-wise in Kendrick, who we'd be getting back. So, Gary Trent's averaging 16 is not a huge jump. We need a player who's really going to make an impact. And if the Lakers are really going to commit to going small, I think a wing defender like Jeremy Grant would be perfect. Rumor has it, though, the Dallas Mavericks, amongst other teams, are out there pursuing him. So we're going to have to see who's the highest bidder. Lakers got plenty to offer. Don't let these folks fool you, man. We got plenty. We got Kendrick Nunn. We got THT. Malik Monk's been balling out. I'm not saying we should trade him, but I'm just saying we got him. We got Austin Reeves. We got plenty of talent that the league would want. And we have draft picks in the future. So, everybody out here saying the Lakers don't have much only because they hate the Lakers. But let's be honest, the Lakers got plenty of trade pieces to move around that don't really have to be with Russell Westbrook involved in any of the trades. So let's see. Let's see if they can get really clever and creative. He said, Dan, you should have fought for Kuz and not asked for Russ. You messed up, bro. Nah, I didn't mess up. To be honest with you, I was tired of, fair weather Laker fans trashing on Kuz. I knew what a talent he was. And so I wanted him to go somewhere else and shine elsewhere because he wasn't going to shine here. All right. All that pressure and all the hatred from the casuals, he wasn't going to shine here. Just like THT's probably not going to shine here because for the same reason. There's a lot of casuals that if you don't perform, they're instantly calling you hot garbage and a half. So that's the unfortunate part is that a lot of Laker fans, not even the diehards, are very patient and we're willing to wait and we're willing to see where the talent turns up. But there's a lot of others, I won't mention any names, player fans that if you're not performing, they want you gone, and that's a lot of pressure for these players, unfortunately. Not to mention that the coaching staff hasn't been able to utilize the talent the way it's supposed to be used. So for those reasons, yeah, I wanted the trade to happen. It's just unfortunately I thought Russ could put his ego to the side, and that never came to fruition. So it is what it is, man. I'm happy for Kuz. At the same time, I wish we would have got a better return for those players. They were much better. I feel like we sold them short. KCP was a champion. Montrezl Harrell was a former sixth man of the year from the past couple seasons. And we gave up a first round pick on top of that and Kuz. So we definitely got ripped off, and all we got was Russell Westbrook in return. So it'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes you buy into the name, you think, okay, we need another star because we struggled, and it is what it is. You end up getting a poser, not even a real star, just somebody who puts up the stats of a star has been faking it out for a couple years, man, and it's no longer as explosive, and it's definitely not smart. So that's what we ended up with, unfortunately, and we just gotta roll with the punches, man. You made the mistake, now we gotta live with it. You sound way better tonight. I am much better. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm so much better. Thank God. Oh my goodness. Prayers up for everybody who isn't, though. Everybody's still going through it, man. Out there going through COVID and all that and having trouble breathing. Eucalyptus tea helps big time. Mint tea, all that, man. My girl made all that. So it helps, guys. Definitely try out different things, especially if you can't get to the doctors. Trade Westbrook for Dan. Come on, Max. Oh man. He said Dan would be able to play small ball. Nah, man, I'm not an NBA level talent, brother. I love the NBA, but nah, I'm not an NBA level talent. I would not do that to my Lakers team. I'm not gonna sit here and inflate my ego like other players, you know, and pretend like I'm something I'm not. I'm a good street ball hooper. That's it. But I do appreciate the love, man. Y'all too funny with this stuff. He said Dan can shoot better than 20%. That is a fact. That is a fact, though. I definitely could do that. He said, Dan, we won't win a ring this year. Never say never, man. Never say never. Imagine we end up pulling off the trade we need, and that is exactly the final piece of the puzzle. Imagine. Just saying. Then Dan, vapor rub on the bottom of your feet with socks while you sleep. Trust me. Oh, yeah. My mom tells me all about that stuff, man. Trust me. When I was sick, vapor rub is like, if you're Mexican in a Mexican household, you know vapor rub is A1. But don't underestimate Tiger Balm, though. Tiger Balm is flames as well for a lot of stuff. My boy Hector said, please trade Westbrook and THC for John Wall and Christian Wood. Huh, that's an interesting proposal, Hector. What do you guys think of that? Would you guys do that? I'm not. Does the salaries even match? I don't know, bro. I'm not one to go on the trade machine, but I mean, it's intriguing. I definitely would like to see Christian Wood and AD, you know, team up with LeBron James, but I'm not sure if the salaries even match, though. He said the Westbrook trade reminds me of Marc Gasol trade. We all thought it was good, but didn't work out. He said breaking news: KD is injured. For reals? Oh, is that what my phone's going off? Oh man, that sucks. I mean, you never like to see any elite talent, anybody really get injured, but especially elite talent. That sucks, man. He said, right now, anything would be better than Westbrook. That's a fact. If we could somehow unload his contract, that would be huge. But it would have to be a special situation. I don't see too many special situations around the league, unless the Kings are dumb enough. Like, let's just say Sacramento was stupid enough to give us Marvin Bagley and somebody else for Russ. Yeah, you do that in a heartbeat. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's anybody stupid. I mean, they were played the coldest ice in Sacramento. That's how bad Russ has been. And Russ just turned it into a joke somehow. So I don't know, man. Nothing's gonna wake this guy up, you know, from his ball hogging coma. Unfortunately, I've given up hope on Russell Westbrook. That's for sure. Nothing he does is gonna impress me. I don't care if he has a triple-double and he helps us win tonight. It's not gonna impress me. He hasn't done it consistently enough throughout the course of the season. We supposedly brought him here to take pressure off of LeBron James. Instead, he's put pressure on the whole city of Los Angeles. And it's a marriage made in hell. That should have never happened, but it did, and there's nothing we can do about it now but just hope for the best. That's it. He said, who would you rather trade for Jeremy Grant or Miles Turner? Listen, I would rather have Miles Turner, but since the Lakers don't want to utilize a big properly, then might as well go for Jeremy Grant because you know he's going to play for sure. Heavy minutes too, so might as well go for Jeremy Grant. But either one of the two would be a godsend. Any of the two, trust me, any of the two. You say you guys want to see my power? RW 14 assist tonight, 4 for 5 shooting. How about you use your power to get him traded, brother? That'd be much better. Because I feel like we wouldn't have give up a lot for Turner. We wouldn't have to give up a lot for Turner. You sure about that? Because the whole league, I'm telling you, as soon as the Lakers want to make a trade, they're asking for the arm and the leg, right? But if he goes elsewhere, you're gonna see him go for like 2 second-round picks and a hot chocolate. Like it's gonna suck, man. He said Russ needs to go to the clinic to relearn fundamentals of his shooting skill. He just doesn't want to come to grips with the fact that he's no longer that explosive superstar he once was in OKC. That's his biggest problem. He's still out here trying to dunk. He can't even grip the ball properly. Like the shit flying to the top of Staples Center every time he tries to posterize somebody. I don't know. My boy said I saw a video of Wall working out. He is ready, bro. He said, what is a center that can open the court? Just imagine Wall, Monk, LeBron, AD, and Wood. Man, you know what, man? It's not even. I learned my lesson as a Laker fan. I learned my lesson, Laker Nation. Like sometimes more stars is not good. I much rather depth and role players because we traded for the name that was Russell Westbrook, and it just man, it traumatized me for life. Now I'll never see a big three as a sure guaranteed thing after this, big three we put together, because that's how bad Russell Westbrook has been. Sometimes you trade for the name, and the name, burns up in flames. All right, and we can't have that no more. Moving forward, we can't make trades where we're trading for names anymore. I mean, John Wall sounds nice, but that's just a name of the past at that. As far as Christian Wood, yeah, I'd love to have him, but he's never contributed to winning basketball, so I don't know how it would pan out. Last couple of seasons, we've been getting names. Let's be honest. We got Andre Drummond to pair up. He was supposed to be a big that was going to come in here and be elite. He didn't work out. We got Dennis Schroeder. He was supposed to be a 6 Man of the Year candidate, was supposed to come in here and work out. He didn't work out. Now we got Russell Westbrook. And, MVP of the league in the past, a triple-double machine, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out his name was all hype as well. So I'm tired of names. I just want hardworking, efficient players who are going to come in and contribute to a winning organization. I don't want guys who are going to all about themselves, all about stats. And honestly, I don't know enough about Wall to really know that he can come in here and legit contribute. But I am willing to take a roll of the dice with Christian Wood, even though, again, he's never played for a winning franchise or any sort of significant ball, right? That to me is a big red flag. All right, because if you look at our past and the players we acquired with big names that never played for a winning franchise, they all sucked. I'm talking Dennis sucked. I'm talking, again, Andre Drummond sucked, never played for a winning franchise. And now Russell Westbrook, who only played for one winning franchise, the Thunder. Everybody else sucked. So John Wall plays hard, though. Yeah, but he hasn't been healthy enough for me to give him the benefit of the doubt. I much rather, if I had to pick between John Wall and Christian Wood all day, because he's younger and he's actually putting, he can get you a couple buckets at least. Even though he doesn't always show up defensively, he's still a 6'10" guy, basically a 7-footer who can, do a couple of things in the paint. But again, I'm not holding my breath for no more big names. I'm fed up, man. Russell Westbrook got me traumatized. Steroids made me lose hope in big names. Now, every time we make a trade for a big name, I will get excited, but I will temper my expectations from here on out. I learned my lesson, guys. I learned my lesson. I had basically given the Lakers a championship already. I said, whoa, triple-double machine in Russell Westbrook plus AD plus LeBron, that's going to be a championship. Never again, man. Change the way I look at big names. These last couple of years have been brutal. We can't even not give Rob Pelinka credit because he's been swinging for the fences. He's been making these trades to appease the fans, and also he probably thought the same thing we did. These big names, put them together, and we're gonna blow up. But no, that didn't happen. That hasn't happened. And sometimes it doesn't happen. You actually have to put pieces that fit together, like we did the 2020 championship team. So that's what I'm all about moving forward, guys. Just finding the right pieces. I think Jeremy Grant would be phenomenal. All right, he's played for a winning organization. He played for the Nuggets before. He's somebody that I think could come in and contribute. Miles Turner as well. Guys like that would be great, even though they're not necessarily big names, but they're definitely hardworking, workhorse type players. So players like that could take us a long way, in my opinion. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys right here for the post-game recap. I swear the Lakers better win tonight, man, or I'm going to be in a bad mood. If we go below 500 again, I'm going to be in a bad mood. So let's just hope for the best, and hopefully the Lakers come out swinging and we get this victory. All right, guys, I will see you guys right here for the post-game recap. Go Lakers, baby.